What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. You already know what time it is, man. This is a channel where we talk about spiritual truth and how to utilize it on a day-to-day basis, man. And check this out, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We, as you see by the title, these people is so ungrateful, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes, man. Like when you try to do certain things, it just don't go out what you think or plan. So even when it get down to just seeing how the world try to network with each other and all this type of stuff, man, they get real serious. So I'm up here staring at the moon. Look at that. We already talked about the lunar phases. Y'all go check that out or whatever. But if y'all don't know country cooking, that is somebody on TikTok. Basically, what she did was, we in the world where a lot of people depend on EBT, a lot of people depend on government systems, and a lot of people don't know what to do without it. So what she tried to do for her city was try to set up shop, try to help everybody get a couple of items in the house. Not trying to fill you their whole family for their life, of course, but trying to just help them, stay up and try to keep a day down, one day down, make it a little easier, right? But in this world that we live in, man, you can't make it. You can't make it easy for people, man. It's like they always got something to complain about, no matter what goes on. Like real talk, y'all. So before even getting into it, it was just like crazy to see that not only did it go viral with her, buying all this chicken, fish. She had a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? It was motherfuckers going up there talking about something. Oh, she only gave us thing of meat and junk like that. It's like, man, it's so disgusting to see what's going on with the actual spiritual community. You see what's going on. People ain't grateful. So they like being programs. People like being into these things to where you have to question yourself like, damn, I guess this is part of the matrix. You get what I'm saying? It start looking like the actual movie. It start looking like everybody start being agents or just going along with programs, go along, get along game. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna get very, very confusing. But before even going into that, y'all, it just throw me off because you can have you could be like gave somebody a $200, $300, right, for no reason. And it's still people that are complaining about, man, it's only $200. Like, dude, they ain't have to give it to you. Like, and it's just so like it's overall embarrassing to even be a human at some moments. You get what I'm saying? It's like, damn, how in the hell people just this ungrateful? So when it come out of that, y'all, I done seen people try to help their city, and I understand what people be trying to make a great point of what's good, Christian. But at the end of the day, it don't make sense. You can't even help this world, man. Like this lady literally sat there and spent more than a couple thousands of dollars on food to, try to just give out to her city just to make sure they got a meal or two for them to be able to eat. And then she couldn't do nothing about it. What's good, SK? But yeah, man. So y'all already know how it goes. Man, yeah, that junk is crazy right now. I'm gonna explain to you about that too, man. So either way, man, when we getting into it, dog, it's just crazy because this lady didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? She took money out of her own pocket or out of her business or however, even if it was donations, she still took her time, put herself into it to try to make them have a better thing. You know what I'm saying? So this tried to get the people to just come together, man. And then you get on the internet, you see people talking about something. She only gave us one pack of meat. She only gave us, man, come on, man. It's like it's down bad, man. It's so bad that people are so full of greed and they be so hurt they don't even get happy about the little bit they can get. And that's the reason why a lot of people suffering right now. Because they greed. You get what I'm saying? And they got nothing to do with nothing else. It's just them being too greedy and over consuming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So what's good, Christmas? Hey, you already know what time it is. Okay, what's that? What it is, Brody? Go ahead and ask it if you need to on here. But yeah, man, it's just like, damn, y'all, like, let's get it together. Like this why liberals need to sit back and watch things like this. Because when it comes to the free marketing of the people and y'all trying to run things like this is the reason why I talk about both groups. Because at the end of the day, you see how the people mind is. They mind ain't the mind that they need to be able to get along as tribes or to be able to try to build something once amongst each other. They can't even get along. They done been so trained to these predictive programs that the only thing they know how to do actually good is genocide. So they only know how to destroy each other very good. That's it. So it's like weird as hell that we could see how someone came, try to just promote this lady. If anything, I thought it was gonna go viral everywhere. I only seen it on shout out to what it looked like TV. That's where I seen it at. You get what I'm saying? So it's like crazy to see that this lady is doing good deeds for people that she ain't have to do with her own money. They ain't have to sign no paper. They ain't have to do nothing. She on the phone, y'all, telling them, come on, come on. She dropping TikTok posts and all. She's sponsoring it like people do a club. But she's getting people to come to give them food, bro. And then they turn around and complain about it. Like, y'all, we in trouble. Even if y'all want to say the government don't never need to open up, man, listen, if it's left up to us, just us to be with each other, bump all that God talking, bro. And we ain't even talking about none of that. That junk don't got nothing to do with us. It's up to us. It ain't got nothing to do with no God. Animals don't go through this. Fucking plants and nature don't go through this unless we mess with them. None of that stuff go through it. But yet us humans have the most consciousness, the most all this stuff, but we dumb as hell. We can't help but fight each other. We can't help but just go against each other better than we can actually help build something. So when we even have someone trying to help, they get tore down by motherfuckers before they so ungrateful. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll send you a couple models or whatever on which ones to get or whatever. So you can save you some money and have one that's gonna run for years. I think I had mine about 3-4 years. But yeah, man. So it's crazy because no matter how hard you try to do things for people, it's gonna be always that motherfucker that's ungrateful. Do y'all remember last night when I was just telling y'all it don't never be the motherfucker that stab you in the back that you don't do nothing for? It's always the person that you done did the most for that come and stab you in your back. It's never the motherfucker that you didn't really do nothing for or didn't mess with. What's good, Daryl? What's good, Ledge? Sinclair the Bell, what's good with you? So man, it's just crazy because when we looking at these people, that just show you this lady took that shit out of her own money, bro, to try to provide for people, and then everybody want to complain. You got people complaining, not everybody, but you got a group of people complaining where they shouldn't even have felt comfortable enough even getting on the internet. Like I told y'all, boy, if Jesus was real, Jesus would have been came down and say, hand me your phone. Give me your phone. Like, that's it. That's it. Would have just been reaching for people's phone. That would just been it. I'm telling y'all. They wouldn't have had to come back and do nothing. Glitch, as you said, Lord, I pray you help insane find. What? We don't need to find Christ. That's why you blind now, because you were looking so much for the light. You like a bug. You went right into the light and got blind. You ain't know that? You ain't know too much light could blind you? You didn't know the light came from the darkness? It was darkness before light came. Oh, Lord, but you got a Bible, though. Ain't no nothing say that in Genesis? Oh, God. See, don't get up here. Don't get up here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do the Bible talking. The only thing you're going to do is get me over there, and I'm going to have to get on them people. And then we're going to start seeing how things really played out. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. That's why his name glitched. Now, I feel it. He done glitched. He done glitched out. Don't worry about it. Let him say whatever you want to say. Don't block him or nothing. But that's the reason why that boy glitching out now. So when it's time to, like we in the Matrix. This is a video game, you might well say. Life is a game. You got to know how to play the game of life. Then you grow up with a game called Monopoly, and you find out that you do got to pay rent. If you go on somebody else's property and you live under their stuff, you get what I'm saying? You do have a mortgage. You find out a lot of this stuff is very connected to your actual life that you thought more than ever. You get what I'm saying? So when we dealing with that, it just shows the intelligence of the people. A lot of people think they're very smart because when it comes to being knowledgeable. Let me tell you something about knowledgeable. Knowledgeable is someone that know how to spell, somebody know no vocabulary. Now, if you listen to the keyword, they know how to spell. If they already told you words was cursed and they know how to spell words, that's the best thing they know how to do and don't know how to do nothing outside of that, they have to use their words to fight, can't use their actual physical movement. They always have to try to manipulate their way up out of something. This lets you just know what time of the game they playing. You know what I'm saying? This is just exactly what they was talking about. So we see this. We see someone that could sell an ice cube to an Eskimo. Some people just very good at selling themselves. So what they use is themselves to try to sell things to you. So it's the same thing a Christian do. So that, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to make you feel guilty by you not being a part of their gang or their religion. How the hell that ain't part of, how that ain't like Bloods and Crips? How that ain't like the mafia? Hey, you part of the mafia? You part of the Italian mafia? What mafia you with? Oh, you ain't part of no mafia. Oh, God, you need to find a mafia. What the? Oh, God, you need to find religion. Oh, God, you need to find Jesus. And it's like, yo, why was you so happy about your youngest God of religion? Jesus is the youngest God. Like every other God is a couple thousand years old, like deep in the thousands. Your God is less than the humans that was here. Native Americans more than 2,000 years old, but your God 2,000 years old. It's crazy. So when we thinking about stuff like that, it don't even make no sense. You say I was just playing Monopoly today. You got to. You play Monopoly every day, whether you know it or not. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the only thing they took away from the board game was telling you that it's worker ants. It's little worker ants that keep the job going, that keep the things going. Without these little worker ants, the business don't want even get to booming. So how they did it is from a perspective of business is already good when it comes to the employees. So they looking at it like, yeah, everything going to be insured. So you're going to own this money when you land over here. So that's the way they play those banking systems over there. But they always got like this flippity flop thing, right? Where if you really think about it, the way that they play a lot of these video games, they'll play you out. Like they'll use now, like how everybody taking a Fortnite perspective. Every damn game you get on now got a damn battle pass. You get what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro, hold on. Why I can't just buy the unlockables and now I got the characters for the rest of the year? Why do I have to keep every season 9 trying to switch with them? Although it do have a pro to it where you getting something new every season. But at the same time, you see how it kind of trick you up out your money. But versus back then, you had things where you paid once, you don't pay for it no more. So it's like all type of little ways, man, where they getting us to subscribe to things more than what we understand. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was breaking it down the other day. It's like people subscribe to the stupidityness. Like you right now, you don't know nothing about this lady, this auntie lady, right, from Country Cooking. A lot of people might not even know who I'm talking about. But I bet you a lot of people know about a bunch of brain fart motherfuckers that ain't do nothing for nobody, like Neon or somebody or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And it don't even make sense. They be like, damn, bro. But y'all don't know about the people that's out here that's actually helping people, that's actually trying to make a difference in their community, trying to lead. You know what I'm saying? When enough people see that somebody's actually trying to do a difference or make a change, people tend to fall behind it. Yeah, it's a sheep with the herd things, but if you know how to get the sheep to follow a good leader or a good top sheep or however the fuck you want to look at it, they can actually get put in a good movement and actually start something in a positive way from the same energy that's being put out. But no, we ain't got that. We got a whole bunch of kids and shit that be jealous of each other and then be wanting to be choosed and picked on and stuff like that. So it's weird out here right now, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I wasn't gonna be up here too long. I wanted to get that lady a shout out because at the end of the day, dog, y'all gotta go see the video, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna go run in here in the house real quick, pull it up on the computer and let y'all see it real quick. Man, listen. You know what I'm saying? The lines was wrapped down the road, bro. You know what I'm saying? She giving out food to everybody. They got a little loaf of bread in that bitch. They got like a little box. She told the kid to put down that bag. Y'all 3 kids grabbed a box apiece. You know what I'm saying? So she wasn't trying to be stingy with it or nothing. But at the same time, she was trying to make sure everybody got an equal amount. You had some 2 older hoes get up there with no kids, no none of that. And these hoes go to complaining. You know what I'm saying? I got to call them that because that's what they was acting like. You feel what I'm saying? So they got up there complaining about not having food or not having, you know what I'm saying, enough. She only gave us 1 meat. 1 meat. You look at the lady gave you anything. She didn't have to give you nothing, man. You ain't even have to go there and stand in that line. So you obviously needed it. So it's like crazy when we dealing with this world, bro. And it's like, damn, dog, this the type of people, this how y'all gonna do with each other? Like, y'all always talking about this black write-up shit and this black life shit. What about this lady? She was black and then you was black. And then she gave you something that she didn't have to do and you gonna complain about it? And really talk junk, really post online and feel comfortable posting that. So this was wrong with a lot of women right now too. They done gave so much to in life that they don't understand the word no or understand when somebody is limiting you or giving you something at all what they could give you. Because they'll take everything somebody could give them and still be asking for more. So that's not just them in general, but they're just showing y'all vampires. Like, damn, leashes. You get what I'm saying? Like real life leashes and vampires. Like, y'all might not believe the vampires on a horror movie. Don't do it like that. Think about this, though. Think about those energy suckers and think about the ones that's always wanting something from you. You get what I'm saying? Like, every time you turn around, they always got their hand out, man. You ain't think that was a vampire? Oh, my God. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We're in real life, man. Ain't none of this Mortal Kombat jump be thinking like y'all be thinking. Mortal Kombat is actually we're talking about us. They just put it in perspective like these people had superpowers or these people was able to do different things outside of the regular people of the world because these were what we would call right now the woke people or the chosen people. How the fuck y'all want to put it? But don't like using that chosen word because it's not like God was like, okay, we're going to pick somebody. Like, that ain't how that work, man. Everybody have this ability. It's just the thing is we lock in so much behind these biases that we can't even be able to expand our consciousness. And we get trapped into the consciousness and don't be able to get outside of it and understand that we had consciousness that existed before then, which is the previous bodies we shared if we did, which is our old consciousness or our first consciousness before this conscious, which make it your actual subconscious, not no other shit. Like, now I don't know what people be talking about unconscious and all that other stuff. I don't know what they talking about. But this is just a quick breakdown of it to try to get an understanding to people. And then that's the thing about it. Like, you could be able to do things that you never thought your mind could do if you stop letting yourself get fooled to certain things, right? So when people pick up a bias, the thing is you already holding up a fence. So if you pick up a bias say for instance, if it's a Jesus bias, so you from a Christian religion and they represented Jesus, right? You never given the other gods chance. So how can you pick your God and say your God the best God and fought the best wars and the toughest God or the actual God that was built from the God of the Son of God or whatever, and you don't even know the history before this God. You only know about this God. So that's the same thing people do now. Like y'all only know about colonization because that's what they taught us. They didn't teach us about people before colonization. They only taught us after the colonizers. So they couldn't teach something before then. So this was something where they came and experienced it, but then they took and remixed it like this something that they been knowing. So now they got y'all confused where y'all think they know all the answers, but really they just going around stealing people ideas when a person do figure out how to crack the code. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like crack the code to whatever they're doing. So it's like, man, we start seeing where it's just like, the genocide all over again. It's just showing how people quick to destroy each other, but quick to give exterior source, but they ain't never grow up with this person and put more trust in them. It's people that like, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? They have a degree. Maybe this brings some type of they wigged it up this way with the education program, right? Where when somebody have a degree, I'm guessing some people look at it like, oh, wow, they bigger than me. Automatically, they have a degree. Don't let somebody, because they have a degree, think they smarter than you. It's people that got a degree that can't get their damn self barely out of Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Can't even walk in a straight damn line. Don't even understand the respect of people. Don't even understand emotional intelligence. So they'll see somebody pissed off and run right into them. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like they don't understand that type of stuff. So no matter how smart they is versus knowledge or being knowledgeable, it has nothing to do with them being actual intelligence. Now, intelligence is when you could take a little bit of something and make a lot out of it to the point that you could teach others how to use the same mechanism to make other things out of it. That's the same thing I'm trying to do here, is help people build intelligence. I'm not trying to do nothing else. You get what I'm saying? And the wisdom gonna come with it of you learning how to work with what you got. Because you're gonna start looking at things and start pointing them out like, damn, you right, bro. When you start being biased, you can really see what's wrong and see all the holes in every single religion and just have the religious mindset, period. And you can see the politics, the entertainment, and the business and see that it all goes together. It all look the same. It do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So when you start to look at it, you're like, oh, it's all games. It's all games. It's all about control. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You go into an education program so they can learn how to control you. So you learning their words so you can learn how to read their manuscripts or their doctrines that they want you to get into. And the only way you can get into their degrees or their doctrines, notice, when you say Satanism, you got a thing called a doctrine, right? Notice when you go to Masonic, when you say Freemasons, notice it's degrees, right? But the thing you have to do is go learn how to spell words that's cursed in order for you to get a degree. But yet, nobody think there's no Masonic ritual there. But yet, when you go to school, it's a square and a compass as the representation of school. So, yeah, and we ain't talking about, and it's funny because if school was actually talking about construction, I could understand it. I could get it. Because you need that protractor and you need all this when you're trying to do construction. I can understand that. But it's not. It don't teach you that at all. You have to know how to use your own hands and hard labor to be under, but actually build a house, because you're going to look and notice that you know how to do these things. You might not even have a high school degree, but could build a house better than a motherfucker that got a degree in business construction. Like what? I mean, in construction. Like what the fuck? Like this is the world that we live in, y'all, where a motherfucker think that they have the uppers on you because they got to hang out with some limited group and they got a special achievement from them. So this is what people give out, and they don't realize these are your false idols. So of course, Elon Musk can say anything and have people believe in it because people have gave him so much power now that he can say something wrong, but it'll be okay because it's Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? And we really never heard him say actually something smart. Like, bump all this, oh, let's take a battery and plug it to a copper wire. Man, bump all that. Let's talk about how we could solve these problems that we got as humans. Let's talk about how we can actually fix these things to keep the cost of living from rising, to keep the fossil fuel faking thing that y'all did. Well, Lord, I can't speak on that. I forgot, y'all. Either way, y'all, I ain't say that. That was GTA. But goddamn, see, and that's another thing. We so censored that we could barely even say anything on our own videos. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, YouTube, I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all ain't the ones that's catching the bullet. It's the other people, man. It's the other people. And even if y'all connected to them, act like y'all ain't see this. Let me stop. But anyways, dog, it's just crazy because no matter what, it's always somebody against you when you're on the spiritual end. So these are the real warriors. I don't know what these other people be talking about. Y'all inside a group where the majority of the world at. Like inside Christianity or something. Y'all got a whole group validating y'all each other, and then y'all all get into an argument with the same validation points. And it's like, what the fuck? So y'all got the 1,000-year argument going on. People live their life more free, being able to be themselves more when they realize that y'all built a golem. So basically these religions put a golem over your head. So it puts something where it's always looking down on you and waiting for you to make a mistake. Yet treat you and tell you that your whole life is already a mistake. Like the living in sin part. The way that Christians break it down, you was born in sin and you living in sin, but God don't like sin. What? So no, bump all of you trying to come and understanding and y'all coming up with 300 excuses explaining like God ain't mean sin, so you got to give your life back to God. No, that ain't what it was talking about. That ain't what it's even talking about. So as soon as y'all see words like "in," y'all ain't think that it was talking about "in" nothing. Y'all ain't think nothing about that. But every other way is always talking about incarceration, incarnation, and it's all these other ends though. See, so they get so lost into vocabulary, they don't understand that it was a whole vocabulary that made your vocabulary that you're using, and it ain't got nothing to do with what you talking about today. Because a Latin word will come from somewhere, and then they'll just add a little couple letters to it and give you that word, and now you just presenting it, thinking everything cool. You get what I'm saying? And they understand they didn't put a whole little curse on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a fake Babylonian, fake Greek times that we're going through. So when you talk about like the people that was trying to curse the people of the village, get people confused and have everybody bowing amongst them and standing for their king, it's the same thing going on. It just got a different color to it. I don't get how people keep thinking stuff different underneath the sun. And nothing different underneath that sun, dog. All this to change. All this change is the same thing. It should be very slightly. So you don't see it because it's supposed to change because it's different times. So just like we got different times of the year, right? Just like we got seasons. It's the same thing with the position of the big time. You get what I'm saying? The same thing. We're going to have times where everyone might be seeing the same way. We might have times where not everyone, but people might be more aware and looking to the same direction. So I'm going to just say if the sun in Virgo, people might be looking to their health more than they normally look towards their health. If the sun in Pisces, people might be thinking about their imagination, their dreams, and what they're trying to get in life more than what they normally trying to. You get what I'm saying? The Capricorn, the same thing with the business. So this just showing us that we have atmospheric and we also have, what I'm gonna say, hemisphere, and we have like geological location actually play a difference of how we made. You get what I'm saying? And how we created. So even if we born with the same sign, we stay in two different cities, make us completely different. Like, it's crazy because we'll respond to things the same and act things out the same, but somehow you'll see the slight difference of the characteristics. So when we talk about uniqueness amongst each other, we got unlimited uniqueness. But what it is we live in a world where everything is mono, everything is turned one. So you don't get to a job to show your skill. You get to a job to put the skill that they want you to train in, and you follow that. You get what I'm saying? You follow that suit in order to get somewhere. But that's the way that goes. But anyway, man, that's all I want to do. A quick video on the Aunty Sandy lady or whatever, because that was messed up, you know what I'm saying? And I seen the thing as Country Cooking One on TikTok, so if y'all is looking for it, y'all go check out the video y'allself. Y'all got to, man, you know what I'm saying? So support her or whatever, and shout out to What It Look Like TV. Because What It Look Like TV, you know what I'm saying? He be doing a little thought, this is what he be reacting, throwing some crazy clips together. Y'all go check him out. I ain't got no problem with holding, making sure people go out there. Hey, Adrian, if you was still in here, bro, shoot your TikTok if you want people to go check you out or whatever. Because, man, we're going to get some movement going on where people can try to express their talent, too. I want a talent day and all that type of stuff. Don't let these other screamers just be the only ones, y'all. We can do it, too. We ain't got to go against them and try to make it no different, no better. We can do our own thing where people get to actually express how they come from. And if you ain't got talent, we're going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the right way. You don't want to be in a network and thinking that this was for you because you living through some fantasies, or you just living because you was growing up with a certain bias, or just because your people was putting a certain pressure on you. So now you feel like you got to live that life, and that life ain't for you, bro. Everybody got their own life path. I even got kids, bro, and I understand that they all got their own life path. All I could do is try to support them the most I can when they're going through whatever they're going through, and try to keep them up out of stuff the much as you can. But you can't really try to control them and take over, because this is when people start pushing you away from them. Nobody like a control freak, man. You know what I'm saying? Even a person that don't want to control their own life. One thing about it, they don't want you controlling it. So that's why y'all see people that's homeless. It ain't like them people just want to be, man, nah, some people don't want to be with that controlling stuff. And some people take advantage of them. Yeah, they might have family members, but you don't know. Some of these family members might talk to them like shit just because they coming to them for help. Like, some people just don't be knowing the other side of the story. But a lot of people just trying to put together the puzzles and don't be understanding that, man. So it get crazy. What's good, Yeeter? So, man, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we got to make sure we start being more responsible, start respecting each other more. Even if we're not going to respect, you said what? Yo, yeah, that's real. But even if we're not going to respect each other, bro, y'all, we got to realize when people is doing something from the goodness of heart that they ain't got to do like that, dog. If you not going to like it or not going to mess with it, at least don't have nothing negative to say during a certain time. Like, take that shit on, bro. It's like, because y'all already got that. And it's like, that's the main thing to be pushed. It's like, we even know that as content creators. If we wanted to push an agenda, only thing we got to do is do something negative, the views are going to go up. Talk about somebody in a negative fashion, the views are going to go up. Explain something negative is going to go up. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from someone that's positive. I doubt if it even get around because, like I told y'all, I didn't even get to see this lady. I didn't even know she had a channel. I seen none of the videos come across my time feed. I done seen some of the dumbest shit. You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all, they got people called clippers. So that's a whole nother story. So when you talk about clippers, it's the same thing what you got to have in the spiritual community. But while it's not having that, you don't really got it like that. So they go by old clips of people that they don't really go live or people that's not really active like that. You get what I'm saying? Like right now on TikTok, one of the main things I see that's so-called spiritual that come down is just like the old Young Pharaoh clips. And it's like, damn, I see that they're trying to play some of the people, but some of the people, man, they be on the shrooms, bro. That ain't what's up. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Native Americans ain't have to take shrooms in order for them to be spiritual. Nobody had to take a drug in order for you to be anything, man. That don't make no sense. That ain't good for you. Stay out the drugs, kid. Like that shit don't make no sense. They put holes in their brain. So it's like they sitting there with his whole spray can and just snorting fucking spray can, bro. That's what's going on when you see people that's on shrooms. And if you on shrooms, get off the shits. And get offended by what I'm saying. Get offended. You know you don't need to do that no more. You need to change life. But anyways, man, y'all, I'm trying to cut this down less than 30 minutes anyway, man. I'm out of here. OG Trip.